Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks. Another random destruction. We're up to number 21 now, and it's again a slightly shorter one. I'm in my Chinese Tier 8 Premium, the Type 59, which I acquired recently, and I do like this tank. I like the T-34-1, the T-34-2, and this is very similar to the T-34-2, just a little bit slower and with a bit more armour. It's got the same gun, 181mm pen, 250 damage. I'll just give you a quick rundown. I know I've probably done this before, but I always do for people who are new to the channel or new to the game. 6.9 rounds a minute stock, 0.39 accuracy, 2.9 second aiming time. I've got vents, vertical stabiliser and a gun rammer on it, 46 degree traverse speed, both turret and hull, and 56 km/h speed limit. I think it's premium rounds 241 pence, something like that. But yeah, I do like this tank. You can really get up into people's faces, and you can take quite a few bounces off it. And yeah, well, it's just a nice little tank, really. You can really troll people occasionally with your front armour. The front armour is quite bouncy. I think it's 100mm, and you've got something like 200 on your turret, I think it is. Yeah, 100mm on the front of your hull, 200 on the turret, 130 on the side, 60 on the rear, 80 on the side of the hull, and 45 on the rear, so you can side scrape in this as well. Better than you can in the Conqueror, in fact. That's only got 51mm, and anything with a 152mm gun will partially, if not, no, they might technically class it as full overmatching. But anyway, that's another tank for another time. So let's try killing this CDC instead. Oh, and there's a T-29 down there as well now. Actually, with how that T-29 was bouncing, I did wonder if he got the 90mm, but when I get a better look at him, it looks like he has actually got the 105. But I am slightly higher up than him, and on a slight angle, I think the CDC just put one through the front of my tank. And I'd forgotten to change one of the settings. I was actually platooning with my wife again. She's in the Liberté behind me, and you may hear me talking underneath, and that's when I was actually platooning, so I can't remember if I swore at people and insulted them. I may have done. It very well could happen. But anyway, yeah, so if you can hear something underneath, that is me. Managed to track the T-29, and I'm going to try and keep him tracked. It just repaired him and I knocked him off again. Yeah, it could be the 105mm. Ducking back and forth, and I think my wife finished him off. Let's try and finish that CDC off, but I think he bugs out. No, he isn't. There he is. And a lucky hit on the move. But like I say, you can see the armour of this thing from how many bounces I was taking, and the turret, especially when you're close up and you're moving about, you can really bounce some ill-aimed shots off that. And some well-aimed shots, actually, you can bounce. Now, at this point, I could see that we were starting to lose. It's only 5-3 to the enemy. Now it's 6-4, so we pulled one back, and so did they. Now, it does look like we're getting beaten in the town, and I wasn't going to go through the cap circle, which is why I stopped and went the other way. But then I thought, do you know what? No. With this cover here, I am going to go in the cap circle, and I'm going to put some pressure on those guys, because they do seem to be gaining the upper hand in the town. So, by coming into the cap circle, it's making them turn around to come and deal with me. And here we are, there's a Black Prince down there. I was going for the Tiger, but he came in front, so why not? If you're going to give me a flank, I'll put a shot into it. And it just turns a bit, and I knock his tracks off, although I think I do damage him. And it leaves him on such a small amount of health. One more, finishes him off. And somebody else has actually joined me in the cap circle, which has put a lot more pressure on. And they're all having to turn around and come for us now. Now, as you can see, I carry a standard repair kit, standard first aid kit, and improved combat rations, not a fire extinguisher. This only has a 12% chance to be set on fire. See what I'm doing? Doing a lead up. Oh, took a bounce. Was that from the Tiger? Off this side of the tank? Nearly finish him off, and the other guy does, and now the T-29's popping around. He has got the 90mm, definitely. So I don't have to be too scared of him. Although I took a hit from, I think, that Tiger then, and I'm set on fire by the Tiger. And yeah, I don't have a fire extinguisher. but just at the last second we managed to cap out. I wouldn't normally go for cap, but I think that was the right thing to do there. I do. Like I say, it felt like they were gaining the upper hand in the town, and I felt by putting, well, going for cap and putting pressure on them, like I say, it made them turn around and come and deal with us, and we actually capped out to win. So not a bad round. Second class mastering, steel wall, just shy of 3,000 damage done, 2,700 blocked, which is quite nice. So, and yeah, in fact, I've just said on the thingy, I don't know if you'd hear me, I don't know if people would have been pissed off with me for capping. But anyway, I thought it was the right thing to do there. Let me know what you think in the comments. But we got the win, and I got a nice amount of damage and credits and everything else with it. So, yeah, I was quite pleased with that round. Got another one coming up for you in a minute, and yes, I'm afraid, back to dirty seal clubbing. I'll see that one in a minute. Right, so this time we're in on the new map Ardennes. It's a standard battle, tier 3 match, and I'm in my SU-76I, and I'm platooning with my wife again, and I have no excuse. This is just low down dirty seal clubbing. I'm not helping out my kids grind through their tanks. No, we'd been having a bit of a stressful time on World of Tanks. We'd not had much luck in some matches. I was helping my wife grind through some of her lower tier tanks because she started her own account off. And yeah, we were just having some bad luck. In fact, in one of them, the match started, we were just saying which way to go, and artillery random fired into the match, into the cap circle, sorry, and one shot her in her M3 Lee, which was, yeah, pretty annoying. So we'd been having some pretty sort of poor luck, and I don't know, some of it was luck, some of it was ill judgment, some of it was idiot teams, you know, the lot. Like I say, some was poor judgment. I went in the freedom and I got too far ahead of myself. I went a little bit too far in and ended up getting killed. So that was, you know, my own poor judgment. Can't blame anybody for that. But yeah, back in the SU-76I, tier 3 Russian premium tank destroyer. 60mm of armour on the front, 50 on the rear, 30 on the side. Quite manoeuvrable. It's like a little mini tier 3 SU-122-44, to be honest. 86mm a pen, which isn't brilliant, but it's more than adequate. 110mm damage. You can bump it up with your premium ammo. Your penetration goes up to 102. But yeah, it does. It's very manoeuvrable. I think 40 degrees traverse, something like that. Yeah, on the it is 40 degree traverse on the hull. So it is like a little tier 3 SU-122-44. So I donk my first shot at the Panzer 38T, I think it is, and hit the truck instead. But the next couple go in and finish him off. And got a little Panzer 2 up there, is that? And you know, you do almost feel a little bit sorry for them. I think my wife finishes him off. So I'm going to spin it round. And I think the plan was to start working our way back over all this woodland area towards the enemy base. But if you check on the map, there's a couple of tank destroyers that have come through the town, and they're not close to our base as such, but they're sort of starting to encroach. And my wife was taking hits from this direction, so we started to push up this way to try and find out what was shooting at her. And I think it was possibly that FCM 36, and I don't wait for it to fully aim and just donk it into the floor. Next one goes in. You can see the amount of devastating damage that this does at tier 3. I mean, you know, you're more often than not going to be in tier 3 matches facing tier 3s and 2s, and you know, this can 2 or 3 shot most tier 3s. If not all of them, and it can definitely 2-shot most tier 2s. And then M3 Stuart, sorry, pop around the corner, get one into the front and take off half his health. You see, T2 medium, he would have been 2-shot from full health. Finish off the M3 Stuart, another T2 medium, so I put one through the front of his tracks. Next one finishes him off. Yeah, like I say, did make me feel a little bit dirty. It was fun. It was it was fun as hell, but yeah, it is a little bit sort of seal clubby. But oh well. This is why you have tanks like the SU-76I. We have them for those times where you've been having stressful afternoon, or you know, a few stressful and crappy matches, and you jump in something low tier, and you run around and you just have some fun. And to be quite honest, it doesn't matter if you live or die, it's just about having a bit of fun, getting rid of some of that tension from the stress of the higher tier matches. And yeah, go a little bit derpy there and try and drive off the bridge, trying a bit of a shortcut. I realise I've actually come the wrong way to try and work my way back around to the base, and going around that way would take me a lot longer. But in my defence, I'm not used to this map yet. I've not been on it very much. I think this is the 4th time I've been on it, so it's pretty easy to get around. You know, you don't seem as limited to the corridors. You can seem to seemingly climb out of most of them and go sort of up and over. There's not many places you can't really climb over, which I like. And I like all the trees on it, actually. I really do. I like the fact that it really gives light tanks a purpose. Tank destroyers can sit back amongst the trees, the light tanks can go out spotting, and you know, the tank destroyers can't be seen in return. And it's, yeah, it makes for some interesting gameplay, definitely. I hope they don't take away a lot of the trees. Some people have been complaining about that, but I like it. Managed to finish off that, I think it was another tier 2, possibly tier 3. And unfortunately, I think it was Armada and a mixture of, well, Armada and artillery managed to kill my wife, so I wasn't very happy about that. So I'm going to take it out on everybody else that I meet. Very low health Armada 2 there. Now he can get through my armour quite easily. But I mean, there's quite a lot of stuff down here that can get through the armour of this. It's not like it's Panzer 2J. But with a little bit of careful angling, you can bounce a lot of shots. I mean, as you can see, I don't think I've taken any damage yet. And yep, so there's only Artie left. I managed to rack up 7 kills. My wife had got 3, so if artillery hadn't have got involved, we would have ended up with the brothers in arms out of it, which is a little bit disappointing. It's always nice to get one of those. And yeah, I burnt myself a top gun out of it, and I thought I'd earned a Devastator actually as well, but I didn't. So I don't know, do you have to be a certain tier to get that? It's something I'll have to check. I know I've got one in my, I think I got one in the ARL, the tier 6 French heavy, was it? And I think I've got one in the KB2. And there you go, match over. Artillery found and taken out by the light tank. So there you go, a couple of fun little rounds. Like I say, stuff like the Su-76I. If you like your tank destroyers and you like to have a tank to sort of relieve stress when everything gets a bit too much in the higher tier games, next time it comes around on sale, I would definitely recommend it. Like I say, it is a little Su-122-44 down at tier 3. A bit like the box tank is a sort of tier 6 ISU-152. Anyway, as always, I hope you like what you've seen and I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you've got any comments or advice or anything like that, leave it down below. And yeah, don't forget, if you do like it, you know, leave a like and rate the video. It will really help the channel out, and possibly subscribe for more videos from me. And as always, I will catch you next time. Take care out there. I'll see you later.